Hi, my name is Michael Grady, and today I'll be talking about aviophobia, which is the fear of flying, and this is my audience. So the fear of flying, aviophobia, starts with being in the sky, flying, any sorts of that. The experiences that I've experienced on the plane are very similar to what aviophobia is. However, I'm not afraid of flying. The only thing that I'm afraid of in the sky is the water, because like everybody fears that the plane's going to go down or anything like that. But I've flown at least 50 times and the plane has yet to go down. So I think it's safe to say that it's safer to fly than do anything on the ground. The reason why I picked aviophobia is because I have a lot of people and friends and family that don't like flying. For instance, my mom is a horrible flyer. She always has to take some kind of medication just to fly, and I don't think that's right. I think people should be able to fly with no fear and no problems. My beautiful fiance, she hates flying as well. In fact, when she gets on planes, she starts having anxiety attacks, panic attacks. So I want to be able to show with people exactly what aviophobia is and how we can treat it or prevent it. I also want to share that people can overcome this with either the treatments of medication or therapy, because there are two different ways, and a lot of people think of the medication way. However, with the medication way, you always have the fear of being addicted to it, so every time you fly, you're going to be addicted to it. Actually, you know what? About 10 to 50% of people that actually fly or have flown are affected by aviophobia. And that is actually according to the Journal of Anxiety Disorders, the article titled Aviophobia Assessment, published in 2012. Why do people have the fear of flying? Well, a lot of people have the fear of flying because, they're going to fall from the sky, the plane's going to crash, the engine's going to fail, anything like that. However, these planes are made to not fail at all. There are going to be, failures here and there, but overall, it's not going to happen. It's actually, the engines can actually cut off, and the plane can just sail, pretty much just fly over 100 miles before it stops. So people really have no worries to worry about, and plus these pilots go through intensive trainings, and the crew members go through a lot of training. So you are actually in very good hands with all of this. So that is that. Also, there are many causes of aviophobia. For instance, not being in control of it, like driving in a car, you're in control of your car, so you can control it which way you can turn. In a plane, you can't do that. So, like this guy he's freaking out because he has no control over the plane, and he doesn't know if it's going to go straight, turn, anything like that. The other thing is, of course, people fear death. And in the second picture, luckily nobody died, it actually just ran off the runway, but still, that's very scary for a plane to lose control and run off the runway. So it's a lot of problems in the plane as well, but overall they really don't happen as often. Probably the number one cause of aviophobia is claustrophobia, because you're in a plane, you're concealed tightly, and it's airtight, and you're not going to be able to get out. So people think that they just can't get out, and they start having anxiety attacks. There's a lot of symptoms and a lot of treatments, to help people with flying. And but the main thing is the fear of the sky, is that the plane is up so high and that there's so many different air pockets. People believe that if you hit a certain air pocket, that the plane could drop over 10,000 feet, which is not true. And that makes people very scared when they hear all these myths and everything like that. And I wish people had a better idea exactly what was true and what was not true. There are various treatments in a way to cure all this, many of which I've mentioned before, including medication. But medication is not always everybody's outcome of doing well. So there's also talking with each other, kind of prepping people before they fly in the plane, like these couple are doing, and also getting your head straight and reading articles that make you feel happy and compelled to go flying. Everyone's first thought about flying is all different, because everyone thinks that flying is no problem, everything's great, but they always don't think about the anxiety, the panic attacks, and what might come at them and everything like that. One of the new better ways to fly now, apparently according to Aviophobia, is the treatment of virtual reality. It's actually really cool because it can help simulate you actually flying and actually going through the airport, doing the steps of checking in, baggage claim, everything like that, like all the stuff that comes with flying. It's not only just flying that gives you aviophobia, it's the thought of flying and what you have to go through for steps and everything like that. So it actually helps simulate your feeling of being on the plane and like help awareness leading up to going to the plane. Actually, that's by, according to the Journal of Cybertherapy and Rehabilitation, titled Virtual Reality Exposure of the Phobias, which was published in 2008. New studies have actually found that since people are doing this, they're actually having a decrease in aviophobia, which obviously is helping people with flying in an aircraft. So that is great, and it's, you know, I'm very happy we found something that with our new technology that we can actually use to display for people that have aviophobia. And that actually was also according to the Activisa Nervosa Superior, which was titled Specific Phobia Flight, which was published in 2012. All these new technologies have actually helped people now pretty much not be afraid of flying, and it's a better way of doing it besides reading articles and taking medications. To recap what I've told you about, I've explained all the fears and everything that goes with aviophobia and all the treatments and the preventions that can be made to help people understand and not be afraid of flying. The importance of this was that the fact that, you know, everybody can fly and everybody can do it, but you also have to believe in yourself that you can do it. You can also get help, you can get medications or anything like that, but all in all, you'll be okay in the sky, and hope everybody had a great time. Thank you. And this is my audience.